Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the Arabic of the Quran series. Today we'll be doing lesson number 6, review of status and light and heavy. It's a new concept. Let's begin. So when we talk about status, there are 4 important things that you need to know. The first one is forms. We already know this. Rafa, Nasab, Jar. The second is how to spot them. The Muslim chart, both of them helped us a lot. The ending sounds, ending combinations, we know this. And then we have to talk about light and heavy and flexibility. Today we are going to talk about light and heavy. Okay, let's go back to the Muslim chart, and now over here we see that we have 2 different types of Muslim chart. Observe all of them and pay special attention to the N sound. What do I mean by N sound? I mean the tanween, which makes it tun or tan or tin, that N sound, or an, in, ain. Can you see that? The tanween or the entire letter noon at the end. Pay attention to this. Look at these very specifically. Okay, have a look at these and notice the N sound very specifically. It can either be an entire letter of noon or it can be a tanween. Okay, now let's move on forward and see what light means, because these are apparently heavy. So if these are heavy, then what does light mean? How do light look? Let's see. This is the light chart of Muslimun. The male light chart of Muslim will look like this. These are how it will look. So what's the difference? First of all, you notice that none of these words have tanween in them, which means the N sound is taken off. And then the entire noon, which produces the N sound, the noon letter, the entire noon letter is taken off in both the plural and the dual. And in the singular, the tanween sound is removed, right? That is the only difference. That's what light and heavy means. Heavy means that there is N sound at the end of the word, and when you hear a word, you'll hear an N sound at the end. That can be in the form of tanween or in the form of letter and separate letter. But in a light version, the N sound is removed. The N sound does not exist. When a word in Arabic becomes light, the N sound is removed from the word. That's what we mean from light. Okay, so how does the light sound? It's just Muslimu. Instead of Muslimun, it's Muslimu. And then Muslima, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimi. Can you see the difference? Muslimani, Muslima. Just ma, not ni, just ma. Muslimaini, that's the heavy. Muslimai, that's it. Muslimaini, that's the heavy. Muslimai, that's the light one. Then Muslimuna, just remove the noon. Muslimu. And you need to stretch this one, because this and this can look similar in terms of light. When the word is light, Muslimu and Muslimu can look similar. So you have to stretch the vowel a little bit. You have to make sure the vowel is pronounced. Okay? And then same here. Muslimina, Muslimi. There. Muslimi, Muslimina, Muslimi. That's the light version. So this is the difference between heavy and light. It's not a very heavy topic. It really isn't. It's a very simple topic. It's just that when the noon is removed, the word is light. When the noon is put, the word is heavy. Okay? Now let's have a look at the female chart. The same concept applies to female chart. Again, over here, in each of these cases, the noon sound is removed, either as a tanween or as a entire word. Let's read through this. Muslimatun, heavy. Muslimatu, light. Muslimata, heavy. Muslimata, light. Muslimatan, tan, heavy. Muslimatin, heavy. Muslimati, light. Muslimatani, tani, there should be a noon here, but it's removed. So it's just Muslimata, that's the light. Muslimataini, taini, that's heavy. Muslimatai, that's light. Muslimatai, that's light. Muslimataini, that's heavy. Muslimatu. Over here in the plural version, we are just going to remove the tanween. We are not going to remove any letter because there is no letter here. There is no letter noon. The only way the noon is pronounced is through tanween. So over here we just remove the tanween. So Muslimatun, Muslimatu. Muslimatin, Muslimati. Muslimatin, Muslimati. Okay? You understood everything? It's the same concept. Noon exists, it's heavy. Noon does not exist, it's light. Some important things to remember about light and heavy. Normally, a word is supposed to be heavy in Arabic. This is important. If a word is light, then that's abnormal. What is normal is that the word is heavy. There are only 4 cases where the word is allowed to be light. This means that if the word is light, then there's only one of the 4 reasons. It has to be one of the 4 reasons, or else the word cannot be light. It has to be heavy. Words become light by taking away the end sound in tanweens or the letter noon in the combinations. We already did this. End sound tanweens, letter noon combination. We just discussed about this. So we saw how it happens. If a word has alif lam in the beginning, then the question is irrelevant. What question? The question is it light or heavy? If there is al in the beginning, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether the word is light, whether the word is heavy. Okay? You can't ask that question. That question is not applicable. Okay, practice time. Let's start. So the first word is Qur'anu. First question, combination of sound. This has to be a sound. Why? Because this is not ani, this is not una. The word I'm seeing here is just alif noon, yes, but it's not ani or una. So how will I do this? It's not a combination. So it's a sound. When it's a sound, we know that the only way it can be light is if the tanween is not there. And in this case, the tanween is not there. Therefore, this word is light. Next one. As-sama'i. What do you think? As-sama'i. If you haven't seen this already, there is alif lam in the beginning, and we just learned if there's alif lam in the beginning, then it's irrelevant. What is irrelevant? The question. You can't ask the question. It's not applicable. Great. Now the next one. Kalbaini. Okay. Combination? Yes, it's a combination. We can hear the aini sound clearly. So if it's combination, then how do you remove it? By taking the letter noon. Is the letter noon taken away? No, it's not. Therefore, this is heavy. This one right here is heavy. Next, babai. Babai. First question. This is going to be a hard one. Is this a combination or a sound? You know why this has to be a combination? You know one trick that will tell you why it cannot be a sound at all? It's because the last letter has a sukoon, and none of the words we learned had any sukoon in them. Whether it's rafa, nasab jar, dual, single, male, female, we don't care. None of the word had sukoon. This means that it cannot be a sound. Now we have to look for the combination. There's an easy trick to see. The combination means that you have to look at the previous letter. So it's bai. Is there anything that rhymes with bai? How about mai, like muslimai? And we know that muslimai is actually the light version of muslimaini, isn't it? Can you see that? Babaini, muslimaini. It rhymes. Therefore, this particular word is missing a noon. That's why it sounds abnormal. That's why it's so abnormal, right? Babai. It sounds so abnormal. Why is it abnormal? Because it is light. And it is light because there is no noon. Therefore, it is light. Next. Salman. This is a good one. Salman. Go on. Is this a combination? Does this look like a combination? You know, I purposefully omitted this one. I could have put Salmana or Salmanu over here, but I wanted you to think. Look, this entire word is a name. I'm sure you have heard of a name, or at least there's a great companion of the Prophet ﷺ, whose name is Salman al-Farsi. So this word is a name, and names, I'm sure you know, cannot be plural. It simply cannot be dual or plural. It doesn't happen. Like my name is Mariam. I can't make it Mariama. It doesn't happen, right? Therefore, this word will be focused on sound because there's no combination. We can't. The only way it becomes combination is if you put a dual or plural here. But we know that a name cannot be dual or plural. So, guess what? Guess what? It's the singular, which means if it's singular, it will be based on the sound. Now the last sound is missing, so we cannot classify this. Can we? No, not yet anyways. Now next, sahibuna. Clear cut. Muslimuna sahibuna. We can clearly see the una sound. There's noon present, therefore it is heavy. By the way, in the next lesson we'll be talking about Salman. Not the Sahabi, but the name. Alright people, the next one. Ni'mati. T, not tin, T. How do we know it's not a combination? It's clear that ta marbuta is here. Ta marbuta means it cannot be a combination in any way, shape or form. So, light. Next. Sayyaratu. Sayyaratu. Combination? Yes. Why? The atu sound is here. But it's supposed to be atun. But it's not. Which means the tanween is removed. Which means light. Tabibata. Over here, tabibata. You know what tabibata means, right? You learned this in the previous lesson. Doctors, two doctors. Now, is it a combination? Yes, because look how will we think about this. First of all, we see that there is ta, which means that the original word is actually tabibatun. Now tabibatun got changed to tabibatani. Then tabibatani, the noon was removed from tabibatani. Therefore, now it's just tabibata, which means it is light. Come on, you know this. Next, aslin. Aslin. You can hear the tanween. Tanween is a clear giveaway that it's heavy. Shurtuyu. Shurtuyu. Muslimu. Can you see that? Shurtuyu. You just now learned, you just now memorized the light chart, the light Muslim chart. Yeah, you can memorize that. It's pretty easy. Shurtuyu. So this is light. Mariyatai. Okay. Mariyatai. We just did this in the previous slide. We had another, it's just like this. It's the same word. Dual and the noon was missing. Now we know that it means that the noon is missing. So, I mean, if you look at a word like this, which has sukoon at the end, it means that it is not a complete word, which means that the noon is missing, which means that it is light. Today's topic was really easy, wasn't it? I mean, come on, this wasn't hard, very hard. But still, any questions? I'm always available. The comments below, please comment the questions. And yeah, that's all for today. In the next class, we'll be talking about some different topic, which is actually the last topic of status, which is flexibility. And in that, we'll have a little discussion about Salman. Yeah, the name, not the Sahabi, the name. So see you in the next lesson. Till then, stay safe, take care, thank you, and goodbye.